Wondering why you guys aren't just getting the credit line increase that you guys have been wanting? Well, in this video, I'm gonna be breaking down everything you guys need to know as far as how to be able to get a credit line increase and also be able to get the highest amount possible. Stick around to the end of this video because I'm gonna be sharing some special bonus tips on how you guys can be able to even increase your credit limit 3 times its original limit. So what a credit limit is the limit that the lender usually gives you whenever you guys apply for an account. So for example, the lenders will use your credit report in order to determine how much of that limit they're gonna give you guys. If you guys have more credit debt, if you guys are a responsible borrower, have great spending habits, and also be able to pay off your bills on time. These are really important factors, and the last thing they're gonna look for is how much credit debt that you currently have. So if you guys, for example, have $20,000 of credit cards, and most of your credit cards are not at a limit more than $1,000, then most lenders will not usually go above $1,000. That's exactly why I recommend whenever people are starting off with their credit repair journey or just building out their credit, that you guys don't go ahead and focus on the credit score to apply for certain accounts. You guys actually look for the data points, right? So the data points matter a lot more due to the fact that these lenders are going to look at your previous credit cards and see what limits other credit card issuers have already given you guys. As you guys know, my favorite thing to say is that banks will always lend you guys second money, they'll never lend you guys first money. Now, what does that mean, Abu? Simply what that means is that since a lot of banks, they use the same criteria as other banks in order to approve you for a credit card, a loan, or whatever it may be, they'll go ahead and look at your credit report, see what other lenders have been able to give you guys. So whenever they see that American Express has given you a $1,000 credit card, then if you go apply for Capital One will most likely give you guys $1,000 to $1,500, but they won't just give you guys a $5,000 credit card if you guys haven't shown to the lenders that you guys can be able to handle a $5,000 credit limit. Now, I know that you guys definitely have the money to be able to do so. However, it's all about getting it on your credit report, because if it's not on your credit report, it might as well not exist in the lender's eyes. So that's exactly why it's so important to be able to focus on getting a good credit report instead of a good credit score. Because at the end of the day, you can have literally 3 accounts and have a 760 credit score, but at the same time, it won't approve you guys for higher limits that you guys are looking for. Now, the other major factor that will determine what your credit limit is due to your credit utilization. Say you have a $1,000 credit card. If you guys are using up 900 or 90% per se, because 900 divided by 1,000 and multiply that by 100 equals 90%. For all the math nerds out there, I got you, don't worry. So a lot of lenders, whenever you guys are applying for credit accounts, they're gonna look at how much utilization you guys are actually spending. Now, if you guys have a utilization of 30% or higher, that looks really bad to a lot of lenders due to the fact that these lenders often think that if you're spending a lot of credit, you're living above your means. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean it's true, but you guys have to see how these lenders are thinking in terms of reading your credit report. So if you want to be able to get the highest amount of credit limit and also get the highest amount of credit limit increases, you'll need to have a 10% credit utilization or even lower. I highly recommend that you guys have literally 5% or lower. That's going to give you guys the best chance to get approved for the highest amounts of limits. So credit limit increases can really be helpful if you guys need help with certain expenses that you guys have on the personal side, you're building out your business or any of that sort, or just need some more working capital in a sense. Those credit limit increases can really become crucial because of the fact that whenever you guys usually apply for an account, you guys will get an initial credit limit. Oftentimes what these lenders usually do is that systematically they'll go ahead and look over your credit account every 90 days to see how you guys are being able to handle that account. Now, if you guys have been a great borrower, responsible, paying all your bills on time, and also paying off your monthly payment in full, then a lot of those lenders will be very incentivized to give you guys more credit. Because you have to think about it like this. There's so many people that want credit, right? There's so many people that would love to have high limits of credit cards and all that. And these lenders honestly want to give these credit limits that are higher to more responsible borrowers. And even during times of like recession or a pandemic, a lot of lenders will often slash your credit limit and lower it a lot if you're not using it properly. And they'll often use those funds that they just slashed from your credit limit to be able to give it to other approved applicants or even people that have been able to handle those credit accounts really well that have already had the account previously. So that's why it's so important to have a great utilization, always making sure to pay off your bills on time, because you want to show these lenders you're somebody that they can trust, right? Now, if you are able to do that, these lenders will be able to give you guys a lot more increases going forward. Now I just went over exactly what a credit limit increase. Now how do we go ahead and get the highest amount of credit limit increases as possible? The different type of factors that a lot of these lenders are often looking at in order to determine if you're going to be eligible for a credit limit increase or if your limit's going to stay the same is a couple of different factors. One, they're often looking at your income, right? They want to be able to see, say for example, you guys have had a promotion or started making more money in your business. So initially you had $80,000, now you're making $150,000. That's a really great start because of the fact that once these lenders see that you are having more income, they have more confidence in your ability to be able to handle a higher limit. So income is definitely a big factor in getting a high credit limit increase. So the second item is going to be a high credit score. Oftentimes, initially, whenever you guys apply for a credit card account, the lenders will often use a hard inquiry. Now, there's two different types of inquiries, right? There's a soft inquiry and there's a hard inquiry. A hard inquiry, per se, just to keep it simple, is any time that you guys apply for a full account and you guys are actually using your full social security number. So that's going to be a really great way to tell if they're going to use a hard inquiry or a soft inquiry. Now, oftentimes it's usually for new accounts, new credit card accounts, new loans, auto loans, mortgages, whatever it may be. Now, hard inquiries actually do show up on your credit report. So if you guys go to your credit report and scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says inquiries, those are usually referring to hard inquiries due to the fact that those actually get put on your credit card account because you actually applied and used your full social security number. Now, soft inquiries are a little bit different because of the fact that they don't actually show up on your credit report. Soft inquiries are done periodically over time with certain approved accounts. And the easy way to tell if they're going to use a soft inquiry or hard inquiry, soft inquiries usually only require the last 4 digits of your social security number. So if you guys have ever seen a pre-approval offer letter or just a simple verification, you guys might notice that the pre-approval applications are often a lot shorter than the full applications, and that's for a reason. They're often not looking at your full report, right? Because in order to look at your full report, they will need to put a hard inquiry on your credit report. So they're going to basically just do a simple, quick verification in order to see if you have any type of metrics that will be able to get you approved for that credit card account. Now, soft inquiries are often usually done whenever you guys have an approved account. These lenders will often do a soft inquiry on your credit report every 3 to 6 months in order to determine if your credit score is still at par and it's still being able to get approved or not. So if you guys have had a high credit score at the beginning, whenever you guys got approved, and say anything happens, God forbid you lost your job or any of that sort, your credit score happens to tank, a lot of times if the lender sees a lower credit score than when you initially applied, they'll often slash your credit limit and actually give you guys a lower credit limit. Now, that's just for their protection because at the end of the day, they're still often checking your credit score. So don't think that just because you got approved for a credit card account that they won't go ahead and close your account or even give you a lower limit. So definitely make sure you guys are always paying attention to your credit report and always keeping your credit score at par. Now, the third factor that these lenders are often looking at in order to determine if you're eligible for a credit limit increase is going to be any type of missed payments. Missed payments are honestly the easiest way to lower your credit score or even just ruin an account, right? So if these lenders are seeing that you are missing payments and you're not having good payment history, then they'll often deny you right off the bat because of the fact it just doesn't make sense to them. If you're already missing payments right now, then if they give you a higher credit limit, you're only going to do the same. It's often how these lenders are often thinking about certain items and certain metrics on your credit report. So it really matters a lot that you guys definitely don't miss any payments. And what I highly recommend is that you guys go ahead and set up all of your different credit accounts on auto payment, right? For at least the minimum payment. So just in case if anything happens, because God forbid anything might happen, you definitely want to make sure it's at least on auto pay so you guys can get that minimum payment taken care of, because I would hate for you guys to get a missed payment. Now, Boo, how do we properly structure our credit report in order to get the highest possible limit on these credit limit increases? Well, simply what we want to do, right, is that we want to go ahead and put accounts that will give the lenders a lot more trust and being able to give you guys a higher limit. Now, accounts that I really recommend are such as rental accounts, such as Rent Reporters, Rent Track, Boom Pay. Now, these often get put on your credit report as installment loans, and it will actually be a rental account. So it'll basically help you guys increase your overall credit age and also increase your payment history. because of the fact that a lot of these rental accounts, they'll actually go ahead and backdate up to 24 months of positive payment history. And if you guys have rented for longer than that, they'll also have that account open date as previously. And so they'll give you guys a lot more age as far as what the credit report will say, and it'll also give you guys a lot more payment history. So it just makes your credit report a lot stronger, and also gives the lenders a lot more confidence that you guys can be able to handle a higher credit limit. Now, the other accounts that I highly recommend for you guys are such as secured loans, because of the fact that these also will show up as installment loans. These really help you guys increase your overall credit limit that you guys have on your credit report. So what that means, right, is that if you guys are trying to apply for a credit card account and you only have, say, $20,000 of overall credit debt, now most of the times lenders are not going to just give you guys a $10,000 credit card if you only have $20,000 of credit debt. They really want to be able to see that you guys have been able to manage higher accounts in the past, to be able to have some confidence that you guys will do just the same whenever they give you guys a credit limit increase. And also, there are a lot of credit builder accounts that you guys can often use in order to boost your credit limit and also help your credit score just to strengthen over your report. Now, I made a video about $100,000 of trade line videos where I'm actually going in depth and showing you guys live through a tutorial as far as what different accounts to add. And so if you guys haven't checked out that video, definitely make sure to check it out right here. Now, Boo, how do we go ahead and ask for a credit limit increase? Well, there's 4 different ways that you guys can be able to get a credit limit increase, right? By application through the mobile banking of your credit card account, or just by the phone and simply calling the credit issuer and asking them for a credit limit increase. Now, a second way that the lenders will often give you guys a credit limit increase is that they automatically enroll you guys in a credit limit increase. So just like I mentioned previously in this video, the lenders will often do a 90 to even 6 months periodic review on your account to determine if you guys would be eligible for a credit limit increase. So for example, if American Express has been seeing that you've been managing their account really well, paying all your bills on time and in full, and also never missing a payment, they'll automatically give you guys a credit limit increase. And a lot of times, even with certain banks such as American Express, they'll often give you guys 3 times your initial credit limit. So if you guys say had a $5,000 credit limit, they'll go ahead and bump it up to a $15,000 credit limit. So it's not a bad thing to have, and definitely highly recommend that you guys definitely take care of your credit card accounts so you guys can be able to get an automatic one, because hey, waking up to a higher credit limit is definitely a beauty. Now, the third way is that you guys can, for example, take a secured credit card that you guys might have, right? So a secured credit card is usually a credit card that you guys will actually put up the money, and over time, if you guys are managing it well, they'll turn it into an unsecured credit card. Now, secured simply means you're putting up the capital instead of the bank putting up the capital, which in terms would be an unsecured credit card. Now, last and fourth way that you guys are able to get a credit limit increase is if you simply apply for a new credit card account. I don't highly recommend this because of the fact that you don't want to just run up some more inquiries on your credit card account. Now, if you guys have actually got a denial on that credit limit increase, look at the letter that these lenders often send in regards to why you didn't get that credit limit increase, and usually they'll have a bunch of bullet points on exactly what was on your credit report, why they didn't approve you, and then just go ahead simply and work on that, right? Instead of applying for a new credit card account, because at the end of the day, if they didn't approve you for a credit limit increase, they're most likely not going to approve you for a new credit card. So definitely save that inquiry on your credit report. Just be able to take this as a learning lesson. At the end of the day, all we can do is really keep trying, right? Don't get so down on yourself if you didn't get a credit limit increase or whatever it may be. At the end of the day, a lot of times I haven't got a credit limit increase, and then I'll just go ahead and fix up my credit report or add some accounts or even just lower my utilization, and over time they'll be happily able to give me a credit limit increase. I mean, they were talking smack back then, now they're, you know what I'm saying, showing the kids some love. Now basically, I wanted to end this video with certain pros and cons that I see as far as what credit limit increases can do for you and the things to avoid when you guys get a credit limit increase. Now, the things that you guys should not do whenever you guys don't get a credit limit increase is to go ahead and actually increase your spending or spend it on, say, consumerism or just materialistic things, right? These credit limit increases, they're very good to have, but don't abuse them and don't misuse them, because of the fact that, say if you guys had a $5,000 credit limit, right? Now you guys have a $15,000 credit limit. A lot of times people get so happy and overfilled with joy that they often will go ahead and just spend some more money because of the fact that, oh no, bro, I'm good. Like, I got some more money. Like, but at the end of the day, that's still money that you guys have to pay. So definitely make sure that you guys are spending it within your means and even spending it below your means, because at the end of the day, you want to save your money so your money can save you. So these credit limit increases aren't meant to go ahead and go for a new shopping spree or whatever that may be. It's really used to be able to, you know what I mean, help you guys get to higher expenses and also be able to leverage that credit limit increase to be able to get higher higher limits on your business side if you guys are wanting to get business credit. So that's the one thing that I highly recommend that you guys don't do. Now, other than that, the credit limit increases, just make sure that you guys are taking care of your bills, always paying it on time, and don't overspend at all. Some great things about the credit limit increases is that it really affords you guys some extra spending power to be able to, you know what I mean, take care of any expenses, any bills that you might have, any type of business revenue or any type of business opportunities. So it really helps you guys increase that gap in being able to have a better cushion and be able to make things happen for you and your loved ones. Now, since you guys stuck around to the end of this video, as promised, I'm going to give you guys a special bonus tip on how to increase your chances to get an overall credit limit. Now, what I usually do is I'll go ahead and actually call the lender to ask for a credit limit increase. Now, what I'm stating as far as why I need the credit limit increase is due to the fact that my business has been growing a lot faster than expected, and I really appreciate the extra spending power as I've been showing you guys that I'm a great candidate and I've also been a responsible borrower. That's really all you have to say, and just really see what they go ahead and say. So if they give you guys a denial, but it's only denied for a couple of reasons, what I recommend that you guys do is actually go ahead and call the reconsideration line that a lot of these lenders often have. Now, what you want to do whenever you guys are calling the reconsideration line is to ask them why you guys got denied and if they can go ahead and give your application a second look. So oftentimes, if you guys are denied for only a couple of reasons, they'll often relook at your applications and turn that denial into an approval. So at the end of the day, closed mouths don't get fed, and it can't hurt to ask. So I hope you guys got a lot of gain from this video, and if you guys can do me one simple favor is to make sure that you guys go ahead and subscribe and tap the bell notifications below, and to share this with at least 5 of your friends so you guys can grow together on your different tips and strategies along the way. I'm out, guys. I'll see you guys at the top. Let's get it.